Today we will talk about the hidden factors in infertility. So it is an interesting topic. So all these days I was talking about the exercise, diet, and then hormones. So many things which are crucial in the infertility. But then today there are so many hidden factors which are actually causing sometimes major problems in the infertility, and people may not be aware how it is going to affect them and how it is going to affect the reproductive outcome. So coming to the very important thing is air. So how this air is going to cause any problem? Definitely the chemicals released because of the air pollution. Air pollution is because of so many reasons. We can't point out or a single thing, but so much of air pollution is happening now everywhere. It is either because of the factories, or then it is because of the automobiles, vehicles which are going on, and then construction dust and mining dust, whatever it is. Everywhere, every city, I think now, every place has got some kind of air pollution everywhere now. So definitely the clean air always is better. But if it is not possible, at least try to walk in a very good park in the morning while doing the workout or the exercise. Or morning walk is always beneficial to have a clean and very good air. That too in presence of the trees. At least in the morning hours, the pollution level will be very less. So you will have a better air quality in the morning hours. And during the exercise, lot of respiratory rate increases, and the good air into the body is very important for the better reproductive outcomes or the better fertility results. So even the air conditioning in the car also releases so many chemicals. And nowadays people are almost always roaming around in the cars. Even it is very short distance also they want to go in a car and come, or they're using two-wheelers or any other vehicles. So resulting in again the pollution. And the same air, we may think that it might affect others, but actually the same air we are also breathing, and again it affects everyone's health. So that is regarding the air. And then water. Again, very important thing is water. The plastic bottles, which is very commonly used, that is actually so many people use this single-use bottle so many times. Usually they contain EDCs, what we call it as endocrine disrupting chemicals. Any plastic bottle, even the reusable bottles or the single-use bottles. Single-use bottles are definitely is only for the single use. You can't keep on using it for many times, one thing. And coming to the single-use also, these actually speaking, these bottles are manufactured with some guidelines. It has to be used in such a way like the temperature during the transportation and then the disposal. Everything is, there are some guidelines for the usage, but usually what happens, all these guidelines will not be followed. These bottles are usually transported in the trucks in the sunny atmosphere, where the temperature definitely gets altered, and these bottles gets heated up, and it releases so many chemicals. There are microplastics which released into the water. And the same water we are consuming, if you go to any function, any wedding function or any ceremonies, you will see that everywhere there is single-use plastic bottle. Definitely these bottles, though they are if you consider they are not infective, but definitely they are not very safe to the health, because they release chemicals. There may not be bacteria or the virus or any protozoa in the water, but definitely it will contain some kind of plastic or the microplastic or some endocrine disrupting chemical. And coming to the second one, the quantity of the water. And I please request all our patients, like hydration is the key for all the organ systems. The functioning of each and every organ is dependent on the hydration, the quantity of the water. So even the uterus and the tubes and